91 talks, it is spreading up around, raise your hands. Let the whole world know. Together we can help our children grow. Prevention starts with a single voice. Helping our youth make a better choice. Standing for justice, honor and pride. With the community unified. We lesson planted, every life inspired. Lifting ambitions higher and higher. With courage, guidance and dedication, we strengthen the next generation. Yeah!
All right, so let's get into Taking in Front right away. I love it. That is a very awesome jingle, Corporal. I have to tell you, I really enjoy it very much. It's relevant. It's you know, it's exciting. It's engaging, and it's exactly what we're doing. Taking in front.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see the Egyptians taking in front right now.
They took the word right out of my mouth.
The Egyptians have taken in front.
Egypt was Minister 1-0 as an excellent front man.
Yep.
Yes.
Would you believe? You would not believe this, but this is actually the first game since the World Cup began that I'm actually sitting down to take in.
Don't make joke. You're a very busy man between the hours of 1 and...
I said that on national radio. I don't know. It's just been, I've been so tied up doing so many different things. It's like the World Cup going on, you know. But I feel like I'm missing game. Even my mother calling to tell me, hey, Alex, you're checking out the game or no?
No, it's good. It's good. I like how the bar has raised.
Yeah.
And there's no one team dominating World Cup again.
Yeah.
So that when you're calling underdog, be very careful.
Exactly.
Give them a run. And I think that's excellent football.
Yes, it is. And for the benefit of the listeners who may not be able to take in the game or you may not know, it's Egypt and Argentina, a game in progress right now. It's the first half, and Egypt has already scored a beautiful header into the goal. They had a chance. Argentina had a chance to equalize. Messi took the penalty. Was a penalty.
Yes.
And
Sharbodie,
he just parried it out.
The goalkeepers
are
with
doing an
ease.
excellent He's like, hey, here comes.
The goalkeepers.
And I find like Messi, I say, Messi, what going on? So unless they have a strategy to turn it up on the second half, which sometimes happens, you know, I don't know, boy. It looking like Egypt.
Well, I don't know. I know Sergeant Brent does play football. You play football. You have a particular team you're looking at.
Well, I actually thought the finals was going to be USA and Canada. Or USA and England. They were playing so well.
Okay.
You know, so when they got routed there yesterday, I was actually totally blown away by Belgium playing. You know, and well deserved. And I'm with you that the level of playing.
Yeah.
You see everybody giving it.
It's anybody's guess now.
You know what I mean? Yes, giving it all.
And what I recognize is that whenever there's a 16 quarterfinals, semifinals, the bar is.
Of course.
From
definitely.
the pace of football and because yesterday when we go home.
Yeah, the warrior spirit had to come out, you know.
Win or go home, yes.
Correct.
But I certainly want to commend just the absolutely excellent atmosphere.
Yeah.
You're going in your community, you're seeing big tent out.
Yeah.
You're seeing, the TV come out.
Of course.
That is absolutely a beautiful sign. To see football bringing the community together.
Indeed.
But be mindful, the elements can be wrong still. Be mindful.
They always are.
Don't drop your guard.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this gentleman owes no introduction. I don't even consider him a guest anymore. Right. He's a co-host. I mean, I say he's seen all over in terms of media. He has made himself relevant in terms of educating, empowering, and and he's on the streets. So you feel he's a TV police. There's something wrong with you. You will see him on the highways and byways, and
absolutely.
And he's doing his due diligence. So Sergeant Brent Batson, welcome.
Thank you.
It's absolutely an honor, my brother.
Sharbodie.
Alex. To go with me. To come and sit and chat. I deem it a privilege. while Messi is going on too, while football is going on. A privilege. Something went on over the past month. There are some unfortunate developments that we saw on the road. My son attends St. Mary's, and he said that when we leave, the 16-year-old on the motorbike was informed through a colleague of him. You know him well. And then you had, up to yesterday, I understand, where a young man went in a stolen vehicle, and unfortunately, the vehicle crashed.
In Muruga,
Yeah, and then you had a massive vehicle. I don't know what speed he was going at, moving from 2 lane to 1, just explode at the intersection. I don't know what speed was that. I was a double check to see if this is true.
When you say explode, you mean like literal explosion, or
No,
he just shot off?
No, he took all the vehicles by the traffic light with him.
Oh my gosh!
So while they were waiting,
How did I miss that?
yeah, this heavy vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it brakes, man. I don't know what
Right,
went on.
and he just plowed through.
Yes.
Wow.
But I had information that he was moving. There was some 1 lane, 2 lanes moving in 1 lane, that kind of stuff. But tell us since we spoke. I wanna commend the gentleman who came in your absence.
Yeah, Officer Bayer.
I want to personally commend
He's
him.
part of our outreach team.
Yes.
It's well trained, and both in a court procedure, as well as providing persons with tickets on the road.
He did justice.
But he does. But he's a true believer in trying to
Educate
change
them.
behavior.
Right.
Through education, a critical part. Because I always tell people you can't ticket yourself out of these things. You can't arrest yourself out of these. It has to be a cultural shift in the conscious application of knowledge and behavior, where persons are choosing.
Right.
And I'm using the word choosing because on today's Wednesday? Tuesday, right? So it would have been last week, Thursday or Friday. I can't remember the exact date.
Yes.
One of the officers from the Highway Patrol Task Force had arrested a gentleman. It was a second DUI offense.
Right. As if one wasn't enough.
Yeah, exactly. Second one. And, we keep on warning people, Alex, when we come on these shows. Listen here, folks. The state has sent a message. They are not tolerating drunk driving. Do not do it.
That's right.
Okay? They send the message via the increase in fines.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Good. Our job is to detect the offense, Alex,
Right.
and then bring you before the court with the evidence, not so for prosecution.
Correct.
Yes.
But you remember, when you have clear procedures, when you have devices that are able to detect and quantify, then what you're going to say, it wasn't you who was drinking and driving, because it's you who took the breathalyzer.
Exactly.
Everything else is done. So it's clear cut. Heavy case. Same thing with the speed gun, which we'll touch on a bit. The magistrate, upon finding out that this is his second DUI, sentenced him to $40,000 fine.
Wow.
What did they? Yes.
Listeners, I hope you
Sally
understand.
car.
Look, my hair standing up.
Yeah.
You all know what
That's a lot.
$40,000 is?
Wow.
That's a lot. Yeah.
How much rum is that? Huh? How much
you.
carb is that?
Thank you.
I hope it was worth it.
Thank you.
We are begging you all, stop it.
Yes.
We are begging you all. We are outside. Go Paul Luck and see Paul Luck,
That's right.
It's true, we can't get everybody. And we know that. We would love to, but we can't. But you might be that guy, that one guy
Yes.
that we stop in that side road.
Correct.
That you swear to God, police do be on those roads, Sharbodie. But we know you think that way. That's why we go in.
Right. Yeah.
So
exactly.
just understand, don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Huh?
Yes.
Well, you might have to take a loan just to pay that fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a mortgage. You could buy a car. 40,000 could buy a car.
No,
Alex.
no, he has to sell
Huh?
it.
Yeah, no, he might have to sell it. Imagine that.
Yeah.
So I'll say that from the context of all listeners. You're enjoying your football. You're in your friends' linemen and you're drinking. Hey,
Yes.
just know all you have to hit that black carpet, as Alex has called it, right?
That's right.
Correct.
That's right.
And just know once you move onto that public roadway, you must adhere to these road traffic laws because your behaviors can impact other people's lives.
Correct.
You'll act. When I say you all, as in the public acts like outside there, or you're just squeezing people and things hard outside. How is it things so hard that you could spend so much money behind alcohol? You don't have it that hard, Alex.
With the increased prices.
Come
as
on,
well.
with increased
Reckless.
prices
Yeah.
and even the chance taken. So I am again, using this opportunity to appeal to everybody. Please remember, there are consequences, especially once you hit the public roadways. Wear your seatbelt. Make sure you're not on the phone. Make sure you wouldn't have to. The only interaction we should be able to have with you is just, hey, can I see your permit, your insurance, your inspection
All is
sticker?
well.
Everything go right? That's it.
That's right. All is
Right?
well.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I also want to remind persons, because I was reading a report the other day where some 3 persons were jointly charged because a gentleman had a firearm, rolled into the roadblock, pushed the firearm under the seat. Now remember, Alex, this is the problem. When you're driving a private vehicle, right? It's not taxi, it's a private
That's
vehicle.
right.
Right. P.
P vehicle. And somebody you pick up, whatever is a friend, and they pick up this vehicle and this and that happen. Once that firearm is found in that vehicle and everybody's saying it's not theirs,
Yes. Whatever we get.
joint charge, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got
Somebody had to own up.
Yeah. Correct.
Somebody. So when I use this as a reference back to that Maruga incident where this young man was killed. Be careful who your kids are associating with. You must be able to identify your friends. You should have an idea what these friends do. You know what I mean? Yeah, they pick you up. Yeah, we just going for a spin. You know him to have a car?
Thank you.
Is that the parents' car? I mean, do you know the?
Thank you.
So where you get that car from?
Correct.
Oh, I borrow my uncle.
Ask
Hey,
questions. You know?
ask the questions.
Yeah.
And that's important because I am not allowing my son to go in a car with his friend who I know has his license for 3 years, has no car, but suddenly has a car.
Thank you.
Because it means he has 0 driving skill.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're
That's
not
right.
going.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
All these things are factors that parents need to consider.
Yeah.
Really, really important
Powerful.
when they're talking with their kids, when they have to explain to the kids why you can't go.
Yeah.
You understand?
Correct.
And of course, the usual talk has to come up. When you're a parent, you'll understand. Not so?
Yeah.
You will get the
Yeah.
pushback, you
That
know.
is the
But
push,
listen,
yes.
it's for the safety of the child, and if you really care about your child, some parents might say, "All right, go ahead. I don't know who that is, but go ahead." No,
Yeah.
it don't work like that with me, you know.
Tell us about that time, Sergeant Batson. The parents who are complicit, leaving the keys unsupervised, them know that the children have the appetite, they have the appetite to want to take a drive, but you're leaving the keys unsupervised. You know your child, and then boom, this thing happens.
All right, so let's use the motorcycle one as you talk. You're semi-referencing, especially with that one. Good, right? So, access to keys, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean it has to be in a lockbox, right?
True.
There must. This is not an 11-year-old. This is a teenager, right? With some sort of level of reasoning.
That's right.
That's aware. All right, just in QRC and CIC, there are rules that this is. Come on,
Thank you.
these are top-notch schools, right? And they're top-notch because discipline is a key
Paramount.
factor. It's paramount in the school. Not
Yes.
so. So, home now, and he's achieved his ability to go to the school and excel in the school, because he has that mindset.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And therefore, it's possible that I know I don't know him to do that to me. It's almost like a trust betrayal.
That's
you,
right.
you know what I mean? They know we don't hide anything. This is where I keep the keys, that kind of stuff. Now, what I will say is that from what we saw in footage coming up, that's not the first time he ride that bike.
Thank you.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I saw it
Without
too.
a doubt. Right? That's not the first time he ride the bike. So it could be that in other areas they go to a closed environment and he let his son take a touch, not on a public road. Right? I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt, you know? Ting, just so he has
A controlled environment.
Yeah, controlled environment, right?
Yeah.
And however, like I said, and this is what I like nowadays, Officer Sharbodie, is the availability of dash cam footage.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's such a whereas
Critical.
yeah, of course, you know, as an investigator, we had to speculate, take some measurements, hopefully get some eyewitnesses that will give us statement, but we cannot force you to give this statement.
Right.
That's
A lot of people are like, me have time for that, I gone, you know. Like, no, we need a statement from you. I don't know how to give it to you. You don't have to give me
It's
the statements.
voluntary,
It's
yes.
voluntary, right?
Yes.
Right.
So, in today's world of technology, a lot of even the new vehicles are coming in. I don't know if you're aware.
Yes.
Dash cams are built into the vehicle.
That's
huh?
right. Yes.
Built in.
State-of-the-art business.
And I always tell people, so there's your side, my side, and the truth. And the cameras give the truth.
Well, yeah,
no two ways about it.
Yes.
The cameras are lying.
So, what it showed though was how in a fraction of a second,
Yeah.
I want everybody to understand that a fraction of a second, a maneuver, all right, a maneuver that I have to say was probably even unplanned
Yes.
because he didn't expect that car to shift lanes like that, led to now lifetime of misery for his parents.
Yes.
They could live in without their son, right? And that's why attention on the road is so important. What you'll witness was real-time incident of how a simple choice would have lifetime consequence.
Yes.
And this is why we emphasize out there when you're using the roads, you have to be your standard operating procedure must be checking that mirror before you move that vehicle. You understand?
Yes.
Why is that part of your training? Well, because something could slip in there. It's true, Sharbodie, a car can't fit in that space. So when I look in the mirror, there was no car there.
Right.
But a motorcyclist can.
That's right.
And two, a motorcyclist did. Right? So when we're out there, like I said, doing all this enforcement, it's because we're trying to reinforce in behaviors that try to prevent these tragedies. You also had that same incident on a mention, with the truck and the other vehicle that crashed head on, right? So Trinidad and Tobagonian drivers, and appealing to you all as drivers, right? I want you all to understand right of way on the roadway is a theory. Why I say that? I'm approaching a construction zone. It's a two-way road, and the construction is actually blocking the oncoming lane from approaching me and blocking off their lane. So therefore, I have no obstruction in my lane, Alex, and I'm going straight ahead. But it's narrowed down to one lane, as you correctly said, right? Good.
That's right.
So the car coming towards me, really and truly supposed to yield to me.
Yes.
I have, what's the word? Right of way,
way,
not so? Good. You're supposed to stop. Good. So, however, I also know that if that truck pull off, it might have what? A line of traffic behind him.
Yes.
So I might have to wait a whole hour, you understand, for traffic to clear for me to squeeze through this
Not me.
space.
I'm
No. Mash gas, not
Yes,
so?
Not me.
The truck, I'm not saying this happened. Let's just say the truck man decided, hey, well, I have right away, and he has that same attitude, not so? And mash out a little bit, but he in the correct lane, not so?
Right, that's right.
And you try to squeeze through at that last minute, something has to give. The time to slow down and the time to stop, it's already gone.
That's right.
Persons made decisions, and now we have a consequence, unfortunately, life lost. And this is what we're saying. When you're out there, you also have to be your brother's keeper on the roadway.
Oh, yes.
People make mistakes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Officer Sharbodie, I want you to answer me honestly. The pub. You ever give somebody a bad drive?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I have my hand up. Sometimes,
Oh, yes.
Sometimes you didn't realize your bad drive, man,
that's
Alex.
right, that's right,
Afterwards,
that's
you say, hey, sorry, that's all there. I didn't see it there.
Yeah.
We human.
happens.
That's
Correct.
right. That's right.
It happens
And
out there.
apologies won't come
Of
sometimes.
course.
Especially with the kind of road conditions that we had to deal with too. You might be
Yeah.
very well dodging a pothole.
But dodging out, you come across a man there, he squeezed
you
through.
realize,
Yeah, boy, I just I know by them shocks there, part. You know what I mean?
You know what I always talk about? Sorry, and I would always say this, especially on the black carpet. I would always talk about blind spots.
Yeah.
In the vehicle, different vehicles have different blind spots.
Sure.
Right, and you have to identify where those blind spots are in the vehicle that you drive, so you'll know, hey, I'm not going to see anything, beyond a certain point, so I need to maybe use my mirrors or stretch my neck a little longer, just to make sure there's nothing in,
Well, Alex, before I ask Adam to respond, these new vehicles, tell them blind spots again, or no?
Well, they have blind spot detectors and again,
okay.
they're trying. They're trying exactly.
Yes,
Imagine all this technology trying to assist.
Yeah.
So how is it then, Sharbodie? We're seeing brand new PEL, TL, mash up and with all that technology.
Yes, recklessness.
How come?
Yeah, no care for person.
Well,
they're not come.
it's only going to do so much.
Yes, lawlessness on the nation's road.
Because the people who manufacture and install all this technology, everybody, they assume two things. One, laws are enforced in the country in which that vehicle is sold. And it assumes, two, the drivers are sane, rational human beings.
Yeah.
Well said.
So when
Well said.
when persons are utilizing these things, and we call them weapons, these vehicles are
Deadly
weapons on the road.
sometimes, yes.
And it will kill the user too, not so?
Thank you.
That's what
you.
people take for granted. So we also had another incident where, unfortunately, a police officer was involved.
Yes.
Where a pedestrian ran across the highway on the southbound lane.
Yes.
And they were on convoy. There was a big operation planned in Central. They were on the way to join the operation. You know, where this gentleman bolted across the highway. And I, of course, with the highway patrol, which I want to touch, these are the tragedies that really, really are terrifying from the point of view that it's so
Yeah, but
preventable.
traumatized.
With infrastructure, you have crosswalks, you can crossing a 3-lane carriageway.
Madness.
That vehicle's moving 100 kilometers an hour
Madness.
is absolute in the night.
Yes.
Right, and is suicidal.
That's right.
Right, it is suicidal, and I appeal to persons to understand that you are not going to have a chance to react. It's going to happen so fast. There's almost no opportunity for the driver to even change trajectory of that vehicle at that point.
100, yes.
I mean,
Something going over 100.
so I mean, you all would have seen their body parts strewn.
Yes.
Alex, imagine the trauma to the driver. When you see piece of a man's brains pour out of your windscreen,
Yes.
all right, all on your pants is brains. That's traumatizing.
Yeah, it is.
And this is where road you.
The 16-year-old who know that the vehicle is a stolen vehicle. Look what happens when you have the services of a walk. You know, all these services that is provided, and vehicles. Is it something that you all could consider ready? 7 o'clock you're watching news and this thing in your face.
Well, it's interesting because we do have, I mean, targeting some of those new, I'll call them somewhat new risks in
Yes.
regards to like that
Yes,
that one you
really,
mentioned
yeah.
there, but new risks in
Yes.
regards to like that
Yes,
that one you
really,
mentioned
yeah.
there, but Miss Archie and her team at the Corpcom team really has been putting out some is more appealing, especially to the social media generation, and I have to say even our generation now have become more technologically inclined.
yes, well, they
that
have
we
the-
get
they have the
the stuff
tools
from
to
it.
assist them, yeah.
You know what I mean, and so I'm all for it, and I think that's a definite direction we have to go.
Yeah, that gentleman with the $40,000
Fine.
fine.
Yeah, boy.
You know, if we can get him to say, I wasn't listening,
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention,
Right.
and today I have to pay a $40,000 fine. You
Don't
know,
let
it's-
this be you. Don't let this be you.
Don't let this
yeah,
be you.
don't let this be you.
I think that is a very innovative
It
way.
will be impactful, yeah.
And even if we could do it in an artificial AI form.
Anyhow, you know,
you
it's-
don't use the person's face,
to
and,
get the
but
message
however you're
across.
showing,
The story is real.
that's right. Yeah, I
story
think
is
it's
real,
a
yeah.
step in the right direction.
Yeah. Definitely we can look at that as well. And you see what we're hoping for is because I was on a program this morning with Marlon Hopkinson and you know I was telling they were asking about defensive driving and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that when you set up a roadway safety system, right? The things you try to target is the entrance to the system. Why I say that? So for example, let's look at Trinidad landscape. Trinidad and Tobago, sorry, right? You have, let's look at the vehicles. For vehicles to be on the road, they're supposed to be inspected, not so?
That's right.
Government inspection, whatever.
Right.
And you're supposed to have insurance, as the law requires that, right? So we have vehicle integrity. So they try to mitigate the risk or minimize the risk of having an unsafe vehicle on the road by having it properly inspected, supposed to be roadways. Good.
That's right.
Then you have the roadway itself. You mentioned a good point. Potholes. So the quality of the roads, and this is where I'm hoping that and I have to be very wary in what I say because we are, you know, stay here. We're right. So yeah. So but they prioritize road rehabilitation as a high priority action, at least for road safety. You know what I mean? As you correct, people dodging potholes as you correct.
Totally agree.
And these incidents quickly lead to loss of control situations, Alex.
Abs-
You know, and
Of course, of
it
course.
can't. It can't be one part of the country is the only people with road being fixed.
Yeah, and,
You know?
people become quite emotional as well. So
Yeah.
let's say you hit a pothole and you get you just
You get-
become
you get a headache.
enraged. You get
It's so
enraged.
deep.
You start to drive more
Yeah.
aggressively because you know these things affect us
That should be
different
part of what
ways.
they say too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cannot be only that you're disqualifying yourself because you're arrogant, you're not come and lose.
No.
But look at the road.
Look at the roadway.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
need to look at
Yeah.
the road. That is a powerful
Yeah.
a powerful recommendation.
So you have that point in regards to the roadway itself, and we talk about, so one was the road safest as the holes and so forth, but also there's the barriers, the guardrails, the lighting,
Yeah.
to make sure that the conditions for the operator, the driver, is also safe.
yes.
But then you have your main person, which is your driver, right? Driver education, competency assessment to operate this machine onto the roadway also must be a major pillar, because a person can only drive knowing what they know.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So, what is the driver training curriculum? Well, we don't have any. Right? Yeah, we need to formalize it to get you. You would notice, Alex, in the UK, for you to be a driving instructor, even to get your driver's license, it is meticulous.
Yeah, it's
No
very
play.
They do not.
stringent.
The driving license authority does not play at all with that.
That's
And
how
what?
important driving the public road is.
And what? Because it's a public road.
Yeah.
Right.
How serious that you have
Their
to
job
be.
is public safety, Sharbodie. All right, so that's a high priority thing. So what I'm saying is that what a lot of insurance companies do now is that they make defensive driving mandatory for persons to get on the policies. If you're a driver 25 and you have to do it.
Wow.
Or else you'll pay full load of the policy. All right, so your premium could go to $30,000. You do defense driving, right? The job's only way down to
looking
9.
good.
You know, and but more importantly, I know the transport commissioner. One of the meetings he was mentioned, they're looking at reviewing the curriculum, so it will include defensive driving tips in that driver licensing process.
okay.
So that's going to be a win-win, but in
that's
some of
something
the shorter
like that.
terms.
That's
Yeah,
something like
definitely,
that.
definitely.
Sarge, we had a break for play. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
I'm a colleague. You had to do some. I know you have good news. So you have some good news for us.
Well, I'll tell you in a bit. I hope so.
People, you are listening to Sergeant Brent Batson, and you know what we do here: safety, road safety, people.
Yeah, we take it in front.
Yeah.
Big, and the bigger your wager, the bigger your win. Jackpots start at $10,000. It's your time to roll big and win today with the NLCB Playway and Fast Cash Jackpots.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Sharbodie. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT. Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Sharbodie. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Promising talent, making it one of the standout youth sporting events of the year. In the weather, today a mix of sunshine and a few cloudy periods with scattered showers can be expected. There is a medium chance of isolated thunderstorm activity. These conditions will likely persist into the night and gradually settle by midnight. Please note that street flooding and gusty winds may accompany heavy downpours. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter, choppy near showers in sheltered areas. That was your news and weather update to 1 o'clock here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Another update comes your way at 2 this afternoon.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
This is Sergeant Batson together with Corporal Sharbodie, and we are on Talk City 91.1 with the program Taking in Front.
I want you to carry this on the road for me. And don't take no time from nobody. Just do what me tell you to do, sister. And make sure that everything you can do, all everything you see. Take back yourself and bring back yourself in a one piece. Make sure you reach. Hear me? Lord of mercy. Hey, Lord of His mercy, Lord of mercy. Driver, don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona round an Albemarle. Driver, don't even itch. Collect a little food there and come back quick. Driver, just remember the damn speed limit. Cause if you're running the fence, my friend, that is it. I've got an Nextel phone and a singular chip. Any problem you can reach me on this. I pounds them and buy when a tons man a ship. Green like grass, brown like chocolate. FedEx and UPS I make several trip. And me life savings are right on this. You can drink and beer but don't you dare burn a split. Listen to the marijuana make your light uplift. Even though it compressed and tied down in a plastic. Don't deliver it, I go
Talking to the drivers on today's Taking in Front, very important, and riders as well by extension, all road users.
Yeah, and the police reminds members of the public our mandate, our mantra is safety. Safety in the homes, safety in the schools, safety in the community, safety in the workplace, and of course safety on the nation's road is important. And we embrace people who will buy into this philosophy. It has nothing to do with traffic branch alone or Sergeant Brett Banson and what he's doing in terms. It has to do with saying, hey, I listened to an officer today and I've changed my attitude. I have a different discussion with my children now. I'm having a different attitude when I'm driving on the road. Those who I know that are under the influence, I'm seizing the keys and saying, big man, you're not driving this car today because we want you to return safe. And that is the attitude we want to change. The Sergeant Batson mentioned in his opening that we don't want to ticket our way out of this. We don't glorify a man getting a $40,000 ticket and sit down here applauding that. We say, but look what I had to go to.
Yeah.
That a man that get $40,000 pay by, they say we had to go to the court and ask for some kind of arrangement. No. He has to go to the manager and say, listen to me, I can't. Thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy just to think of it. Especially in this economy, the last thing you want is an unnecessary fine to have to be putting out all that money.
Please. And
why are you taking a chance? But you see, when people consume alcohol, they ain't thinking.
So, I get judgment.
Yeah,
right?
You start to drink, you throw everything, all caution to the wind. You become a different person.
Yeah. And that's why we need somebody who is civil-minded around him, saying, listen, you're under the influence right now.
Yeah.
You are not denting this vehicle.
Or get some help. You have a problem. Let's try to, you need some help.
Yeah. Can we take calls? Anybody like to interact with Sergeant Matson?
We need to 622-4911, and we are taking in front. We have two very powerful gentlemen in the studio. Well, three, including myself. But it's really about safety, and not just for the motorists, but all road users, because innocent persons becoming victims.
That's right.
After bad judgments.
You mentioned a good point there, Mr. Sharbodie. I just want to tell everybody that. I know your view, the police officers, especially when you see us outside there in uniform and kids doing their job, as sometimes, a punitive arm of the state. You know what I mean? But let me tell you how we're not exempt. Why I say that? I had to have a lecture with some officers from that's attached to the Highway Patrol because a couple months ago, one of our officers were involved in a serious accident. Car flipped on the highway, fell asleep at the wheel. But Alex, he was ejected from the vehicle and got severe spinal damage.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no.
Again, the occupant compartment intact. Right?
No seatbelt.
No seatbelt. Right? So now here's the problem. We, as in police officers on duty, especially police vehicles, we are exempt from seatbelt. You know that, Sharbodie,
That's right? Yes.
Good. So I wear it because I'm just accustomed to wearing. I don't feel comfortable. I'm sure without wearing seatbelt. People say, but you don't wear that. I have to wear it because I am more likely to be ejected this vehicle than to be shot at. Right? That's a fact, statistical fact, right?
While vehicles in motion. Yeah.
So, after lecture, I asked them. I say, how many of y'all? I want you to be honest. When you leave the station and you're driving out in your private cars, put on your seatbelt. Almost all of them don't put it on.
Yeah.
I said, you'll have to separate your job.
Correct.
Right.
You have to separate from when you hit that road. I said, too, it's not a matter of flashing your badge and eyes are police.
No,
that have nothing to do with physics,
Exactly. Or safety.
Other people.
Excellent.
So I remind persons that all of us, we were human beings.
That's right.
There's energy involved in crash energy that has to go somewhere.
Correct.
Right? And by obeying speed limits, by wearing your seatbelts, these are the things you can do to
sure
mitigate.
Vehicles in good
Maxine,
working condition. Yeah.
I have a wife and two Sunday. They was rested on me. They said, Daddy, hold on. Use police? So what's going on? You know, understand? Yes. So even your parents, those who are your loved ones, remind you the importance of seatbelt.
You're right about
and
that.
I agree with you. Sometimes we have become so accustomed because we're doing duty.
Yeah.
And we have our firemen. We want to be comfortable.
Yes.
we have to respond.
I just want to say, even as a motorcyclist as well, I know what the road feels like at something as maybe as insignificant as 40 miles an hour, right? What it feels like to hit the road at that speed.
Listen to me. I thank God that in my 30-something years driving, on the public road, that I have never had anything serious, knock on wood. Knock on wood. I am alert. I know what lane to take. I'm watching the vehicle at a distance. A large vehicle is in front of me. Is it tactical training and defense training?
You train yourself that way, and that's why
that is paramount, and that's why I applaud
the
UK and what they're doing in terms of forcing people to go into defense training.
They're doing a lot.
Yes, that is applaudable.
They even put a ban on social media use for those who are under 16 years of age.
Yes.
And I also mentioned to listeners what just to kind of segue in what Alex is saying. He's saying he experienced at 40 miles and being involved in an incident on a motorcycle, hitting the ground, right?
And rolling at that speed.
Right? So motorcyclists, cyclists, pedestrians, when you as drivers see them, you'll have to remember what they are. They are vulnerable road users. That's how they're categorized.
Yes.
And they're classified as that because there's no protection. There's no bumper to crumple. There's no seatbelt to help them.
Yes.
They are feeling the full brunt of any sort of impact force.
Absolutely.
So that's why you have to give them room.
Thank you.
You have to give them, you have to slow down because they don't have any protection you have inside that vehicle.
That's
right.
right.
So think about these things when you engage them on the roadways. Before you decide to squeeze them out or feel, what you're doing here, don't share the road. Oh God.
Yes.
Cyclists,
you can tell
cyclists are governed in the Road Traffic Act.
That's right.
Yeah.
They are vehicles, they're just non-motorized, but they're classified as vehicles.
Right.
Yes.
Come on.
Right.
Tell us about this big launch that you all had at the I saw the head of the licensing assistant commissioner, so Mr. Benjamin, commissioner there, in this beautiful device that you all are launching to ensure game safety.
And
to minimize. Tell us a little about
sure, no problem. So the we had launch that the commissioner. Well, I always say the commissioner is our boss. You know what I mean? As the man in charge.
CEO.
They're pillars. I want everybody to understand they're national policing pillars. That's the strategic plan for the Toronto Police Service. One of those key pillars is public safety, and one of the sub pillars would be road safety. So our job when we're out there is to support these pillars that the commissioner has put in and signed off as priority action items for the TTPS, right?
Understood, yes.
So, as we mentioned before, the use and deployment of technology is a key part and its use for enforcement purposes, even for education as well. However, when we're utilizing technology for road traffic enforcement, there's a lot of things that we have to go through. I say that from the point of view that people come and say, I see the police out there with the radar gun. We don't use any radar guns, Mr. Sharbodie. We use LiDAR guns. Right? These are light detection arrangement. They're laser. They're super accurate.
Remember we were talking about that?
Right?
Yes.
Those of you who are not too sure what is I'm talking about, I'll tell you do know what I'm talking about. When you see lands and surveys and these people going across with all these fancy equipment surveying land, those are lasers they're firing. Those lasers, think about it, are cutting up plots of land down to the micrometer. All right, so nobody don't jump over your fence and chop you down for a boundary dispute. Right? They are super accurate. Put that into context of what the police are using. These devices are super accurate for ranging for both distance and speed.
Thank you.
All right, so when we're out, and here's the other thing about it. When we're utilizing these speed devices, they have a range of 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters. You are not even going to see me.
Thank you.
All right, when I detect that speed reading. So, and the new thing with the new guns, it has a new feature. Whereas before, we could only operate it outside the vehicle. We could actually operate them from inside remotely. Yeah. So every time you see a police vehicle, parked up, you ain't too sure what we doing, Alex.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Before you say, we outside, you see that?
I love that.
You're going to see it. We can mount the gun at the side. You didn't even see that from a distance.
Yeah,
Now we
that.
inside and we can remotely monitor the roadway.
Wonderful.
Right? But I say that from the point of view that you'd also see that speeding fines went up. Yeah, if a person's speeding, for example, excess of 31 and more, your ticket is now $4,500. And again, what is the state saying? They're penalizing antisocial behavior.
That's right.
Right? Anything that's causing more harm or risk that you need to deter, you're going to pay for it.
Yes.
Right? So people say it's a form of taxation. But I say, well, if you behave yourself, you
you.
have no tax to pay.
Thank you.
Right? So let's just do that now.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm asking persons, so the commission launching this technology and with great support from the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
We're embarking right now. With lots of training going on. We just finished a batch of over 100 speed techs just for traffic and high patrol branch. We're hoping, if not later this month, next month, we'll be in Tobago as the first division to launch.
Right.
Because Tobago having some issues.
Equity, yes.
Yeah, and then afterwards is each division, right?
Yeah. So Tobago's benefiting from.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I like that.
What is going on here?
I just saw Egypt just scored a second goal
against
Argentina.
Wow. No, I'm going to drink some strong
That's what I'm
coffee.
talking about.
I see Messi looked like he was debating it, but it looked pretty legit to me. And if you take a look at the replay, it's amazing. I am quite shocked, but they have been playing since the whistle blew. Very good football.
Good football.
Yeah. So look at they're actually quite organized as well. So they're using the VAR now to show it. Yeah.
And that's what I love about the football.
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh, it looked like
a little push though. Eh? I mean, look watch the thigh.
Yeah.
And look, he stepped on the foot.
All those are little strategies. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it looks to me it looked pretty legit. Okay, so so here we go. Let's look at the goal. Look at that.
The goal is good.
The goal is legit.
that afterwards
but the tackle, that led to the breakaway.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're looking at right now with the VAR.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt.
So we need to have safety on the football field too.
Well, everywhere. Safety everywhere.
That's the role of the referee.
Yeah. And it was so funny because, like I said, Trinidad really isn't. I think somebody getting an alarm.
Yeah. We're watching the game with no audience.
At the same time, folks, we have to. Yeah. So we have to. But it's funny. Just want to mention that we also seen people driving, taking in their game on their phones while they're driving, because they're so enthusiastic about it.
Listen, but don't watch.
Yeah. Stop and
if you have
stop somewhere, enjoy your show, park up somewhere.
I think so. You're putting yourself at risk and others
unnecessarily.
At risk. Totally
enjoy
agree.
your game so you can relax.
Correct.
Distract your attention to another task.
That's right. Okay, so the goal was taken away.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. And from the replay, justly. Yeah, we have to say justly. Yeah.
And I think that the technology, if we can continue in that same vein too, that technology seems to be paramount even when you want to address traffic and
putting things in order
and stuff.
Because what it did, let's just use a good example where the video replay produce the evidence for the decision, right? It's the same thing with the speed guns, because the speed guns are taking pictures of your plate. So you can't come and tell me, it wasn't me speeding. Well, the camera could only hit one vehicle at a time. So there's nobody else. That's why it's your plate.
Yes.
Okay, so don't come and tell us make sure that you understand that if you're going to contest this, you go from your ticket fine of $4,500, depending on how fast you're going, to a possible $6,000 fine.
Oh my god!
Right, so own up, be a big person,
Yes.
and or else don't waste the court's time, because our evidence level for is very high. All right, that threshold is very high due to the use of technology.
I totally agree that we need to be serious on our nation roads. Too much lives, man. Too much of recklessness.
Correct.
Too much of complacency. And the thing about it is that
poor decision making. That's the thing, Sharbodie.
So
it's not to say intention,
Yes.
but just a poor decision. Maybe let me take a chance here, right? And don't get me wrong, it translates into recklessness.
Yeah, of course.
But the source of it is how did you How
Right.
did you arrive?
Right,
Yes.
right,
All right,
right,
that is a good idea.
Yes.
I always say if you're emotional, if you're experiencing high emotions, don't come out and drive. If you're really angry, you're really sad,
You feel it. The way we drive, you recognize it.
yeah, don't go out and drive.
Our next big question I want to talk to you about the question of police officers and when they are conducting their due diligence on the nation's roads, people pull out phone. Sometimes while in the vehicle.
Right.
While the vehicle is tumbling, the engine is on.
Yeah.
As the officer reach, the camera is on.
Okay.
Tell me something about the legality in terms of...
They hoping to catch the officer off guard or something.
No,
Well,
okay.
no,
It's to me, it's an
What is
attempt
it?
at intimidation too.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes.
That you're hoping that, hey, I don't want to be highlighted here, and I might kind of tone down, right?
Yeah.
But so let's look at the law for authority that we do or don't have, right?
That's right.
So first of all, who's doing the filming, right? Is it the passenger or the driver we're talking about?
The driver.
All right. And the driver started the filming once the vehicle has stopped?
Yes.
And, good. And
Yes.
good.
Right.
Good. So let's take it from there. Officer, where you stopped me for? Video, right? Good. Shall you think that happened to me? Come with traffic branches that's happen all the time, right? I'm gonna tell you, yeah, where you stopping for? You see him there? Watch him, man. He just wanna give people a ticket. He just wanna
So
well, all right, so
gassing you up.
I have no problem with what you do, right? But I need to see a premonition. What do you need to know for? All right, so I'm gonna inform you shortly. But first thing I need to know is that you're a licensed driver
Right.
to use the public road.
Yeah,
okay?
legal out there.
So let me see you driving. Okay, you see, he can't tell me what you stopped me for. Then I'm just letting you know this is gonna go down a different road, right?
Yeah.
Are you refusing to give me
Right,
documents?
exactly.
All right, because I need to verify that you're a licensed driver, right?
And you're wasting people time.
And that's right. I don't have a. No. I have time. I say, sir, you know what I mean? I'm asking you again,
Kindly
right?
again, kindly.
And this is why I love body cams.
That's right.
Right,
That's right.
right.
Because when it reaches where it has to reach,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
point
yes.
of us having no choice but to arrest you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's your story,
Evidence is right there.
our story, and
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Magistrate see the multiple times.
Yeah.
The magistrate sees to the point where I caution you, all right, before I engage you, sir, all right, you'll be committing offense unless you provide to me these driving documents, right? And you continued. I gave him the benefit. So it's very, very important that persons and officers know that whatever the public is engaged in has nothing to do with our job. All right, we have clear powers, especially in the Road Traffic Act, to do certain things,
Right.
and you just have to be confident in where those powers are.
Power.
But you also know where the powers stop. For example, TV. Why I say that? And I have to say, Alex, social media.
Right.
Good. What's your reason for the stop? I just tell them as it is, Alex. Yeah, you're gonna find out. No, you have to tell me my reason. No, that's in the United States. I do not have to tell you the reason for the stop.
okay.
What I have the power to do is to stop any vehicle and request driver documents.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
After I verify, I want everybody to think the logic in it.
Okay.
After I verify that you have the lawful authority to use your road, Alex,
Yes.
now I will tell you what your breach is.
Right. Right.
Because if you don't have a license as yet,
That's a
and you know,
charge.
how you would know?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
How would you even know?
Yep.
You have a
Exactly.
license.
Exactly.
You never did no regulation, Sharbodie.
That's right.
And so let me not waste my time.
Yeah.
Because now that you're a driver, I can say, well, sir, when you did your regulations as a license holder, the speed limit on this road is X, right?
Pay attention. Pay attention.
You have no permit, brother.
That's
I
right.
don't waste my time. That's why you're fighting. I'm sorry to be here
Right,
today.
right.
Powerful. Well said.
Right.
Well,
Just-
I love that.
we don't have it.
And a lot
That's
of
all.
officers don't have that. It's that small information that you pass on to members of the public. That is powerful. I want to ask you a next powerful question before we close off. We have a few minutes again. When you see licensing authority and police authority working in concert, who is giving the instructions?
All right, so let's be. We are two separate entities.
Please.
I want to be crystal clear, right? That being the case, though, when we are working on a joint exercise, we are very close interrelationship in our law enforcement activities with licensing, even
Thank
traffic
you.
wardens, right?
Yes.
Who's giving instructions is whoever's giving the instructions. It doesn't matter. There's no demarcation with regards to whoever's telling you to do X, Y, Z. We're seeing something come
a
up here.
legitimate
Something
goal.
just happened.
You're hearing the noise. You're hearing the noise
Right,
from
folks.
the other
So
studios.
Egypt has scored a second
Yeah,
one, so we're giving you a live commentary.
Yeah,
we can't hear
boy.
the audio on the TV, but we're seeing it up. And it's now
let me tell you something.
2-0 against Argentina.
This is a real shocker. I really didn't. I didn't see this from Egypt, but yeah, boy, definitely.
And that's what I was saying. This is legit.
They literally broke away. Those guys are runners, boy.
Yeah, we gotta commend them.
Yeah. Look at the speed.
And ball control.
And coordination. Watch this.
Straight across.
And then watch it's gonna cross over once more. Look, check it out.
Patience. He swear he was gonna cross it.
Boom! Look at that.
Perfection.
It was perfect. That was a perfect goal.
Execution.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. We just to distract the conversation.
So here, but I taken that goal too.
Good football going on.
Yeah.
It was perfect. That execution was textbook. For whatever better way.
Egypt has respect, man.
I wonder they might send Argentina home after this game, boy.
You can imagine how. I just imagine the celebration Egypt itself. Look at Messi's face. He's like, how?
Yeah.
You know, how it is. We reached so far.
Yeah, the goat under pressure. They see football is in them side. Football is in them.
But you make it say what you want, but I just find the condition of the Egyptians that you could see a drive that is absolutely.
They come to make a mark.
Yeah, boy.
They come to make a mark.
They tie up that goat, boy.
Yes.
So let me close off and saying, Sharbodie, that so folks, I just want to let you know there's when the police are on the roadways, especially in our private capacity, the one person we fear the most when we're on the road in a car is licensing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you why.
They don't play.
No, licensing have certain powers in the act we do not have.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
But whereas the police have powers of constables in almost all enforcement, there's certain sections of that Road Traffic Act only licensing officers or transport officers can enforce. And one of the most powerful weapons, I'll let the public know, is something called a vehicle calling notice.
Oh my gosh.
And if we are stopped in the road and let me just say we check your chassis and we're not happy with what we're seeing, and licensing is with us, one time calling notice issued to go. Once a call is issued, immediately
You gotta go right away.
so only that vehicle could only go one place now, Alex. Licensing compound.
I had to pick up my child after school.
That will fix up. Not with this. You see, what the state did when they amended the Road Traffic Act is that they took possession of two things: the driver's permit and the vehicle registration plate. So you own the car, but the state owns the plate.
Right. I got you.
So there's certain violations they can pull the plate for, and you have a nice expensive chunk of metal.
Oh my gosh.
And the only place you're driving at is in your yard.
Yeah.
All right. So that's really where that separates us. There's certain things, like I said, and this is why we have joint, because they're power.
Very informative.
If we push that, if they're out there with us,
yes.
that vehicle could go in.
And I want to say something. I don't know if you want to just close off with it. When you check your permit, it is authorized by the licensing authority.
That's right.
Nobody police, nobody a commissioner licensing authority.
Yes.
So when you go out there and you want permission to be on the public road, the police are the enforcers and of course, but licensing authority say, listen, you are authorized.
Yeah, they give you the authorization.
Yeah, other than that.
And they
Sergeant
can,
Batson, you know how to say thank you. You are a well-informed man, boy.
Appreciate that very much.
But you're not crying because Egypt tore up. You're not
Celebrating?
Celebrating.
I wasn't there. I was not Argentina fan.
Unless there was some miraculous turnaround, it looked like Egypt taking this one.
I love this brand of football,
They're
man.
playing all over
I love this brand
Argentina,
of football. Sergio, your host will come here.
Yeah, we know that.
You're my co-host. And now that school has closed and we have a little camp, I'll be engaging you, know.
No problem. The motorcyclists come
come
in and support in your camps and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
sure thing.
And if you have a moment and you don't have to go back out to work right away, you can feel free to visit our lounge area. We have a huge screen, and it's like a pavilion out there. You can watch the rest of the game.
I appreciate that. On Taxpayers' Dime, we're gonna have to keep moving.
All right. Thank you very much.
Take care.
But
All the best.
yeah?
Yeah, sure thing.
We took off for that, yeah?
Yeah,
Of course. All right.
All right, guys.
All right. So
Loving your house, bro.
let's take a little break here. Stay tuned. Coming up next, Beyond Limits.